Good afternoon. My name is C.Rice. I work at Richland Northeast High School. I am a special education teacher. I teach resource. I work with grades 9th through 12th. Currently this year I have predominantly 10th grade students. This is my student that I have been tutoring over the past couple of weeks. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
My name is Donna Reed and I go to Richmond Northeast High School and I'm in 10th grade.
Okay, so let's start. How has tutoring been for you the past couple of weeks?
It's been good and it's been helping me a lot with my words and stuff.
Okay, so what we're going to do today is work on reading fluency. It's called a strategy called Make the Bumpy Smooth, where I know we discussed that a lot of times you don't go back and read your sentences. You decode it and then you never go back, which is also will help with reading comprehension, understanding what we read. Okay, you picked out this book. I know you said you like drama series and you like the Bluefer series.
Yeah.
Why do you like the Bluefer series?
Because it's drama. Like I don't like books that bore me out. Like I'll be reading this book and like I'm about to fall asleep.
Okay, so this one is pretty called Pretty Ugly. So we're gonna go ahead and start reading it. Okay. So I'm gonna have you start with chapter 1. I'm gonna listen to you read, and then I'm gonna provide maybe a couple of prompts as you're reading through. Okay.
Okay. The letter was
Scroud.
so big and red. James wonder if Mr. Guess Guesser
Guessing.
have any ink left in her pen. After she had made it.
So, how do you think that sounded?
It sounds kind of bad.
Choppy, a little bumpy.
Funky.
Okay, well, so now that we know all our words in the sentence and we decoded them all, why don't we start that from the beginning and smooth it out? So let's start that from here.
Okay. The letter was scratched. Scrawled.
Okay, so let's start that.
The letter was scrawled so big and red. Jamie wondered if Mrs. Gesser had any ink left in her pen after she had made it.
How did that sound?
Sound better, but
You sounded confident as you read it, and you even had the expressions, some expressions you're reading. Okay, so let's keep going.
The grade covered up the first 3 answers on the algebra test.
Wait, let me stop. Do you think it was answers that we were given? Or when you get a test, what do you think is given? What do we see on our test?
Question.
Right, so does that look more like questions than answers?
Yeah, question.
All right, let's try it again.
The test covered up the first 3 questions on the algebra test.
All right.
The word "see me" covered up 2 more wrong answers at the bottom. A long red line was scratched on the paper with the word parent signature. Print briefly.
Break it up. Covered up one part. All right, let's go. What's that? Then.
Then.
And now cover up the other part and switch. So take this part. And what's that?
S-E.
So put it all together.
Beneath it.
Yes, good job. Good job. All right, so let's start from the beginning and let's finish through this page, and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna read the whole page for fluently. How does that sound?
Good.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna forget some of the words.
It's okay, I'm here with you, I'm gonna help you out, okay?
Keep reading the bottom.
So Jamie.
Jamie cramped up the test into into her fist. Mrs. Gessner was at the front of the room, going over the answers, but Jamie was too mad to listen. Stupid, stupid, stupid. She wanted to scream. Why is school so stupid, Jamie? Jamie didn't answer, and hoping that the teacher would move on.
So let's start back at page 1 and let's read it all the way through, and then I want you to tell me what you can recall, what was going on there, okay?
Okay. The letter was scrounged, scrounged, so big, and
It's
so
okay to say, it's okay to stop and say, okay, let me start from the beginning. It's okay. Deep breath. There we go.
the letter was scrounged so big and red. Jamie wondered if Mrs. Gessner had any ink left in her pen after she made it. The grade covered up the first three answers on the algebra test.
Do you think that's quite right? Answers or?
The question.
Mm-hmm. So let's
The
start
fir-
from that one then.
Okay. The first grade covered up the grade covered up the first three questions on the algebra test. The letters, I mean,
The letters.
the words seem.
Right. So, right, if you're getting frustrated, you can always take a break and go back to it. You can say, okay, let me take a deep breath and let me start from the beginning. How's that sound?
Good.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So let's start with at the very beginning. And at the beginning, you're doing a good job of following along with your finger to find your area, and then you stop, and I think you start getting lost. Okay.
The letter was crammed so big and red. Jamie wondered if Mrs. Gessner had any ink left in her pen after she had made it. The grade covered up the first three questions on the algebra test. The word seeing me cover up two more wrong answers at the bottom. A long red line was scribbled on the paper with the word parent signature print briefly brief briefly it
Beneath.
believe it Jamie crammed the test into her fist. Mrs. Gessner was at the front of the room going over the answers, but Jamie was too mad to listen. Stupid, stupid, stupid. She wanted to scream. Why is school so stupid, Jamie? Jamie didn't answer, hoping that the teacher would move on. Jamie.
So what do you think is going on right now? One, I like that you started reading with more confidence in the expression that you had, and you stopped to try to gather your thoughts. Okay, what do you think is going on right now?
That Jamie made a bad grade on her test, and she feel bad that she had to take the paper home to her parents to sign, knowing that she have a bad grade, and her parents might say something to her.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's read this next page.
She rolled her eyes and shift in her and it shifted in her chair and gave Mrs. Gessner her best leave me alone face. But it didn't work. Can you tell us how to solve number 12?
11.
11?
So let's start that from the beginning here.
She She rolled her eyes and shifted in her chair and gave Mrs. Gessner her best leave me alone face. But it didn't work. Can you can you tell us how to solve number 11?
Good job. Good job. I like that. I like the attitude you had when you were reading with saying she rolled her eyes and everything. So we're gonna stop here for today, and then we're gonna continue on reading this. How do you feel about how you read so far?
Kind of good.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you see how you became more fluent as you went back to reread, and you were also understanding what was taking place? All right.
So I have to come back to hear the rest of the story because it sounded good there.